coffee and a little cheese.
Ah, yes. Friday the 13th. How often does that roll around?
This
I've
year
never
it's going to
every
be
now
a
and
couple of
then.
times. It's another time later on it's the 13th as
Really?
well, yeah. I think once it starts that way, it does it a couple of times.
Are you superstitious about anything?
Yes, but not that.
About what?
I don't know, crazy things. My mother used to have, don't put your shoes on the table. Did you ever hear that? No shoes on the table. How many people used to hear that?
No. You're thinking about don't put your hat on the bed.
No, shoes on the table. That was big in my house. No shoes on the table.
I've never heard that
Yeah,
one
a
before.
lot of people know that, yes.
What
were
is that,
yours?
what is that called? Buster Brownophobia? I've never heard. No, hat on the bed I've heard of, or don't whistle in the dressing room, don't open an umbrella inside.
Yeah.
To this day, I cannot walk, if I'm walking down a sidewalk and I see a crack in it.
Can't step on it.
Remember as a kid? So you step on a crack, you break your mother's back.
Yeah,
Now,
couldn't do it, yeah.
I will walk and all of a sudden it comes
Purposely,
back.
I do that. I did
And
it the other night.
if I see a ladder, and it's a tall ladder, and I have an option
You have a choice. What will
of
you do?
walking under it or going around it, I will go around it.
Then you are superstitious.
Of course.
Yeah.
People don't want to admit
No.
that.
You
I don't-
probably have phobias.
What?
You probably have phobias.
I'm so glad you brought that up. I have here in my hot little, or little hands anyway, medium-sized hands, a thing from the Legistar, Norfolk, Virginia, talking about phobias.
Oh, would you believe that I stumbled on that? I had no idea you were going to speak
Phobias, of
about
course, are not superstitions, but they tie in close enough for this day for us to do this bit.
Yeah.
We don't need much of a reason, but that's as close as we can
That's a
get to do
start.
this. No, a phobia is, I suppose, what, an abnormal fear of
Yes.
something.
You-
I get this.
sometimes even unconscious.
An unconscious, overwhelming, unreal about something. For example, some of the common ones are claustrophobia,
Right.
fear of close places, aquaphobia, fear of water, entomophobia,
What's that?
that's a fear of insects. Entomology, I suppose,
I see.
entomophobia. Here's one they have, well, I'll read you some of the well-known phobias that I had no idea. Here's one here, and I'll probably not pronounce it right. It's spelled A-R-A-C-H-I-B-U-T-Y. Arachabutyrophobia. That's the closest I can get. Arachabutyrophobia.
What is that?
That is a fear of peanut butter sticking to the roof of your mouth. I'm not making it up.
Yeah.
People have a fear who will not touch it, who have that
Yeah.
fear. We took out some of the more common ones. Acrophobia, of course,
Right.
is a fear of heights. Allurophobia, you know what that is? It's a fear of cats. People, algophobia, a fear of pain. Just the idea. Do you know people who won't go to the dentist because the idea of the pain? That's algophobia. Apophobia is a fear of bees. Aviophobia, fear of flying. Don't you have any phobias at all?
The first one.
That's right. Now, here's a guy who's a flyer. Flying is one thing, but standing on the edge of a building. I remember when
Can't
we
do
went to
that.
the Space Center, the Kennedy Space Center.
Right. I could not walk out on that
They had a
platform.
catwalk up about 13 stories, a little narrow catwalk going, and you wouldn't walk across
I
that.
couldn't.
And yet
can't.
you fly an airplane.
Yes, upside down. Doesn't make any difference, but that's different.
That is true.
It is.
All right.
Scared of heights, scared of heights.
Remember those?
Yeah, right.
Here's one item. Ballistophobia is a fear of bullets. Now, there's one that I think,
You have that, don't you?
I got that.
I have that.
I have never looked at a bullet coming my way and say, hey, hello, nice bullet. I mean, that's... Clinophobia is a fear of beds. Clinophobia. Cynophobia is a fear of dogs. Entomophobia, we talked about that, a fear of insects. It's weird, they have one for everything. Iatrophobia, fear of doctors. Now, I know a lot of people have this. Mysophobia, a fear of germs or contamination. I think it was James C. Petrillo, who used to be head of the Musicians Union, would never shake hands with people. I mean, had the phobia was so intense that
Yeah.
he would
Howard
wash his
Hughes,
hands
apparently.
after you touch anything, they wash your hands. That's called laphophobia, somebody who laughs at other people's
Musiciophobia.
phobias, that's right. I'll give you one you won't know. Cytophobia.
No.
Did anybody have any idea what that is? It's a fear of food. Did you know there is a fear of this particular day, or the number?
Yes.
It's called triskaidekaphobia, which is a fear of the number 13. And that's why most hotels still do not have,
The 13th floor.
you go from the 12th to the 14th. Very few of them have. Is that it? But there are hundreds of those
Yeah.
phobias.
What a good day to do that, because there are a lot of phobias I didn't even know about, but
I know that.
you certainly covered them all there, boy. It's hard to believe in the whole world there are only 2 pages of all the phobias. Every single phobia in the world is listed on those 2 pages.
You're wrong, boozophobia. Let me give you some here.
Wait a minute. There's more?
As weird as some of these are legitimate. We've uncovered some other phobias
Weirder.
that are even weirder than those, but apparently do exist in some people. Paradophobia is an obsessive fear of being sucked into a tuba. Sexophobia. It's a fear of not getting much.
We have that.
Fruit of the loom phobia. Well, all right, well, folks, it's down here printed as an unreasonable fear of strangulation. Some people suffer from king tutophobia, which is a fear of being stuck with your family for an eternity. Porcelainophobia is the fear of having men's room attendants tip you. I told you these are weird.
Weird fear.
Gorillaphobia is a fear of seeing your body hair growing through your clothes. Aquaphobia is the fear of finding Jacques Cousteau in your bottled water. Some people have that. Nicotine phobia. It's a fear of coughing after death. Nernophobia. Now tell me what that is.
I have no idea.
Of course you don't. That's why I'm reading these. Nernophobia is the fear of waking up and finding out that you're Hugh O'Brien. It's just a weird phobia. Boom boomophobia is the fear of having Dolly Parton fall on you. The alpinophobia is the fear of having a Swiss mountain climber make an obscene yodel. Vasectophobia. What? Yeah,
Hackett's got it all
Buddy Hackett knows what. That's the fear of catching your zipper in a Vegematic. Coffee phobia. That's the fear of waking up in bed in the middle of the night and finding Mrs. Olson is giving you something that's not mountain grown. Then we have, folks, I told you these were strange. Here's the last one we have is impophobia. That's a fear of going to your bachelor dinner and having someone spill Adolph's meat tenderizer in your lap. It's a little known, but some people do suffer from it. Weird. Okay. We have, I should mention, well, it's too late to mention where I'm going to be tonight, later on for the people who might go there tonight, right, since we tape this.
But tomorrow night you'll be there.
Also, we open the Sahara Hotel tonight. I fly up after the show, and we do 2 shows in Las Vegas. Of course, Las Vegas.
Yes.
Work there tonight and tomorrow night, do 2 shows also on Saturday with Donna Theodore, who was with us the other night. But tonight we have on the show Buddy Hackett, Peter O'Toole, William Demarest, and Victor Buono, and we'll be back with Buddy Hackett after a word from one of our doctors. Boom. Thank you, Doctor. Buddy Hackett's a good friend and an enormously funny man.